Sharon Priest is a brand new Unfranchise owner. She's been with us just a couple of months. First of all, she's an awesome mom of 2 teenage girls who are just beautiful. But Sharon was actually a vice president of a major corporation in Florida, and actually she was Pip's mentor at his job. And she left that job after many years to pursue working for herself. And so now she's actually a real estate agent in Orlando, and she's a mentor to business students, which is a very, very cool job. So, Sharon, if you could share what's happened with the products and how it kind of all came to be.
Sure. I guess about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Beth and Philip came to my house, and we were hosting a sip and save at my house. And I had shared with them that my youngest daughter, who is 13 years old, suffers horribly with allergies. And I was telling them that she had been homesick, and, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. We're having her tested, but she gets these infections. She's been on multiple rounds of antibiotics. She's missed about 17 days of school so far this year, and it just seems to be getting worse, not better. And Beth just looked at me and she goes, "That's my story," which in all the years I've known Beth, I did not know that part of her story. So she shared with me how OPC-3 really changed her life. So, of course, I had to get my daughter started on that right away, and I had planned to start on it also. But I'm going to talk about her first. So 3 weeks ago, she and I both started taking OPC-3, and we were on the heavier dose as we were just getting started. And, you know, Beth said, I don't want to make this sound like snake oil, but it fixes and helps so many things. I am a total believer. I would call it snake oil at this point because it has helped way more than her allergies. But, you know, I'm in Orlando, as Beth said, and, I mean, this is the height of allergy season. I mean, it's raining leaves. She's allergic to every tree, mold, several foods. You know, she's got really bad allergies. And I have to say, for 3 weeks now, she has had very minor flare-ups, but she gets rid of it. So she's not getting the sinus infection that she had been getting. And I am just over the moon excited that I really believe that's the only thing we've changed. And so I really believe that we have found a solution, and I am so excited that this seems to be our answer. So at the same time I've been taking it, I suffer from arthritis, which, as Beth and I discussed, there aren't that many people, as she said, over the age of 35 or 40 that don't. But it was affecting me to the point, particularly in one of my knees, that it was very hard to do any length of movement. You know, I certainly could walk around and function and that sort of thing, but really to go out and exercise and move was very painful after a very short time. And 3 weeks into this, so starting Monday, I have been walking 2 to 2.5 miles every single day, and I have absolutely no pain in my knee, which is unbelievable because, again, I've changed nothing else. All I've done is take the OPC-3. And so I'm just, like I said, tremendously excited. And I was telling Beth that it was one of those things that just sort of hit me. On Monday, I thought, I'm going to go out and walk today because I feel pretty good, and it's just continued. So Beth asked me to share that with you all, and I could not be happier with this product.
I'm so glad. I am tickled pink because obviously every time, I mean, we also know that the mind is a very powerful thing. So when we first started, I was like, will her daughter even accept it? Sometimes a teenager of that age can be very difficult, and I know she's very, very picky with foods, as Sharon had told me, and so it was kind of like, will she even take it? Is she going to put up a battle? What are we going to enter? And to get that kind of result with somebody who's so picky and she was having so many missed days of school and so many infections. And like I said, that is my story. My heart bleeds when I hear people going through that because I know what it felt like. I know how much time I missed from school, how much time I missed from work trying to hold down a job. And it's debilitating. And so my heart just goes out. And when I hear stories like that, it's so hard, you guys, that sometimes you try and reach out to people and not everyone accepts the information you give them because they do. They think it's like, how could it, I hear it every week almost verbatim. And people will say, I have tried everything. And I always say, but you haven't tried this. People have tried so many different things, and they just don't realize how different Isotonix delivery is and the power of OPC-3 and our other isotonics. And so it takes a little bit of education and a little bit of trust, and that's why relationships are so important. But I'm going to ask this. This is obviously a rhetorical question because we're on mute, but do you think that Sharon can now go out and help other people, and in the process, she'll create retail customers? I mean, it's obvious because you're not going to, once you've had that result, you're not going to listen to somebody else suffer and tell you their story that they're suffering from allergies and not turn around and say, are you open to trying something natural?
Absolutely. And
so
I have
exciting.
to tell you today, Beth, just a little update. I went for my annual physical today, and I was telling my doctor about this product. And I had forgotten to take the sheet, but I was telling her how much better I felt, and she pulled it up online, and she looked at it. She said, I want to check out all the ingredients. And she goes, well, there's nothing in there that's bad for you. So I say, go for it. So anyway, it just, my blood work came back good and all of that, but she was able to confirm with some of the other things that I'm dealing with that was a safe and good product to take, and if it's working, take it. So that gives me that much more to talk to people about when I can tell them, my doctor has told me this is fine.
Absolutely. It's always good to get third-party validation from a professional.
Yes.